Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with another day, another dollar, not a dollar, probably like a penny and a half, of Poevember. Today is, it's day 12, I forgot. And the romp for today is Shrine, and I'm going to make an ATC, and I really want to do this one a little bit fancy because you'll see, it's going to be cool. So I'm going to use one of my little, coffin dies to cut a little hole out of our card here, and then I'm trying to decide where I can live with there being a line of demarcation in this ATC, so because I only have this shiny silver tape that is only this wide, and it is not wide enough to cover the entirety of the ATC. Now, could I have trimmed it down and made it a fit? Yeah, but I didn't. I just cut it in half. I did it in 2 pieces to do the whole card. That's what I did. You can do this project with aluminum foil. I actually don't have aluminum foil in the entirety of my house. Surprising, I know, but I don't. So I'm going to use this foil tape, which is actually what I got it at the hardware store, and you can use it for ducks. D-U-C-T, not D-U-C-K, that would be mean. But you can use it for ducks, but you can also use it for art, and it is very cool. And so essentially it's just tape with like foil on it together, combined. And what we're going to do is we're going to cover the entirety of this card. And then I'm going to take this little dot tool, which is like from a nail art thing, and, or it's a clay sculpting thing. It's from a thing. It has a little ball at the end. It's a little ball stylus at the end. And I'm going to use that to engrave or deboss a design into our ATC. And I want this to be the shrine. So this ATC is going to be like a little mini shrine. And so I'm going to add in just some regular squiggly doodly imagery that will make this look a little bit fancy when we're all said and done and everything is complete. So I'm adding in some arches, some dots, some squiggly S's. That's a professional term for things. And then once I'm happy with the pattern, I'm going to go and rough it up a little bit with my little sanding tool to scuff up the edges, just to give the ink and stuff more to adhere to, and like more texture to sink into. So you'll see as we go along. It looks crazy now. It's going to be cool when we're finished, I promise, because I'm very happy with how this came out. So you guys are going to love this. So what I have is acrylic ink. You could also do this with watered down paint. I didn't want to water down paint. I was being very lazy. So I have acrylic ink. And I grabbed some red alcohol ink as well. Again, you could also do this with watered down paint. But for whatever reason, I was like, that's too hard. I'll water down this acrylic ink instead. So, you know, here's the thing. And here's where fire safety, all the things, don't burn your house down. Don't tell people I told you to burn your house down. It's not true. What you want to do is you want to heat up the foil tape. If you're using aluminum foil, same concept. Just make sure that you have it glued down really well with a nice strong adhesive, because once you heat it up, like, that adhesive is going to come apart if it's not strong. So think about it for a little bit, what you're going to use. So at any rate, I'm going to heat up the foil tape, apply the ink on top of it, and then heat it up again. So essentially I'm just baking the paint into the surface in order to adhere it very quickly and easily, because the foil tape is a slicker surface. Even though I scuffed it up with my sanding tool, it is pretty slick. But also because I want it to have like the bubbly, crackly texture that comes from heating paint. So we're going to heat it up. So be very careful. Try not to burn yourself. Try not to burn your hands, your fingers, your toesies, your paintbrush. You don't want to singe your fibers on your paintbrush. And also remember that the foil tape is metal. So aluminum foil, if you're using that, is also metal. And it will retain heat for a little bit after you heat it up. So be very careful. And then after I've done this, I'm going to go back with my sanding tool, scuff it up again. So we're going to take a little bit off. Not all of it. I know we did a lot to get it on there, so we're not going to take it all off. We're going to scuff it up a little bit just to sort of add in some mixture texture and like textures and variation, but also to bring all of that etching that we did, all the debossing, back up to the surface a little bit better. And then I'm going to use some alcohol ink to hit up those like more silvery spots with just some dabs of red here, because that's the color of my choice. You could do any color. This would actually look really cool with like a rusty hinge color, because it would look like rust. In fact, any sort of old metal colors like patina would look really cool using this technique. So definitely something to try and play around with if you have free time. But we're doing Poevember stuff now. So I'm going to definitely come back through and polish it off a little bit with my alcohol ink. Not ink, nope. Just archival ink, those were the words, and you know, just to get a nicer look. And then because I don't want to fuss around trying to adhere metal to paper, which means I just don't want to get out my big glues and my, you know, my heavy duty glues, I'm just going to use some tape, some little double-sided sticky tape to stick this down to another playing card. So I'm going to stick this card to another card, and actually this isn't really a playing card so much, it's like a Poe quote card that I got in Happy Mail from my buddy Kim. So thanks, Kim. This came in really handy. I've had these for years. And yeah, so we're going to make a little shrine to Edgar Allan Poe because it's Poevember. So of course we have to make a little thing to Edgar Allan Poe. It's got a quote on the back. It's cool. It's neat. I love it. And I think it's complete. So yeah, that's going to be everything for me for this one, you guys. I hope that you really enjoyed. Definitely follow the hashtag Poevember24. See what everybody is making so you can follow along. There's a playlist. There's inspiration. It's all in the bio, the description, whatever, the things. I appreciate your faces, guys. Happy crafting. Bye.